golfer, maybe you, will go put your token into the ball machine, put your bucket under there, comes out in the bucket. You go to your spot on the stall there to hit some range balls. There's no alignment stick on the ground. There's nothing. Dump the range balls out and just start firing balls, hoping to find some sort of feel or rhythm to be able to hit 2 good ones in a row. We see that every time we go to the range. We're going to show you something today where you can spend 5 minutes, erase all that nonsense, and really start to improve your swing. But before we do that, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It gives us more tacos. We need tacos to fuel the body. And if you want more drills than what you see in this video, click on that link in the first pinned comment below. Shaun, we need to set a goal before we even think about hitting a ball when we go to the range.
Historically, you're just out there beating balls and reacting to every ball. So what's your goal for the practice? So a common one for a lot of golfers is I have a steep swing.
Right.
I'm over the top. My hand path moves out. The club head moves out over the plane too much. And you go to the range and try to fix that with no alignment sticks, no feedback.
No, nothing. Just an intent.
Yeah, and it's funny, you might pick a target out there and you have a flag. Well, you might think you're gaining by your body starts aiming more right and you start hitting like an over-the-top pull draw, thinking that you fixed something, but actually, you really didn't.
Ingraining what you're trying to hit because you don't know otherwise. You're just seeing where the ball goes. Now, I've done this more than once. Sometimes you just need to go to the range and hit balls because it's like a therapy for a rough day. That's one thing. If you're going to practice on your game, set a goal. So we've got our Swing Coach app fired up on the phone here. And the goal that Shaun has picked for it, he picked it right out of the app, is the downswing plane, not being steep.
Yeah.
Right. So demonstrate for anyone watching who doesn't know what steep or shallow is.
Yeah. So basically, let's say you set up to the ball here, and everyone's probably watching our videos have at least seen their swing once, right? If you have a swing where, let's just say you get it in a spot here at the top, if you start down where this hand path starts moving outward over the ball too much and you kind of stand this club up early, that would be considered a steep hand and kind of club path. Either one of those normally going to cause you some problems. The problem is going to the range, like I said a second ago, you might think you're fixing it, but all you've done is aim more right, and now you see the ball drawing to the target. You think you learned how to draw the ball, but all you did was move your aim and ingrain a worse kind of over the top.
I mean, again, it doesn't take a great athlete. It takes you can take a right field athlete. Little League, we always pick on the right fielders.
Yeah, the right field. We stuffed the worst player out there.
Given enough golf balls, you can eventually start to make that ball go towards the target on the range. But that's not golf, right? We got those one-offs in golf. So you're not really practicing, you're actually ingraining the things you need to change. So we've got our goal of getting a downswing that's not steep and on plane. We're using the next key important ingredient in this is feedback. Okay, so the Swing app's great. If you don't have the app on your phone, get it. If you don't want it, then just use your phone.
I mean,
you need something objective to tell you if you're accomplishing the goal or not.
Yeah, the Swing Coach app is great because every swing, it gives you that live feedback. Now,
you can put your earbuds in. It's going to give you, like, you're not going to bother anybody doing this.
And it's the best thing we've ever seen for it because it's like a scale of 1 to 10. If you're a 10 steep, you're way out here. The next swing, you try to get it to say 8, 5, and finally maybe get to where it's maybe 1 or even on plane, right? And the app will walk you through all that.
So it's an immediate gauge for your feel, right? We have intention when we try to change reach our goal for this practice session, but we need to be able to adjust our feel to actually produce the correct movement. So I'm going to step out of the way so I don't take one in the knees. Yeah. And Shaun's going to get lined up here in the app.
You're in a good spot.
Yep.
Swing when ready.
It's already set where it needs to be.
All right, so your first swing is going to be steep.
Yeah,
right? Because what you normally do, right? If you're a golfer practicing on steep.
So I'll kind of swing one out over steep.
Club at half down, steep by 4.
Okay, steep by 4. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10. So Shaun's taking one swing, and this is going to take more than 5 minutes to explain this to you. But once you get the hang of it, you're 5 minutes, you're done, and then you can go play, putt, whatever. Yeah. So he's taking one swing to got his baseline for the day.
So okay? I'm 4 steep.
And that probably felt like your normal swing. Yeah, but we've got to change that normal swing. Okay, so take that information and try to change it based on what you were just told.
Perfect. So, if I'm at the range that day and I have this running, that one, I know my normal swing would be somewhere out in here, right? I'm going to try to feel the next one.
Club at half down, steep.
So it triggered that one. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to feel it more shallow.
Club at half down, shallow by 3.
Okay.
Okay, so you almost flipped the coin.
Yeah, that felt really under.
Okay, and this is how you gauge your feels, right? You have the guardrail, the steep guardrail. You maybe your normal swing. Well, you want to find out what the very shallow guardrail feels like. You can't do that without feedback, or you're just guessing. So let's try to put something now in between those two.
Yeah, and there's a whole research on learning, like Mike said, you want to feel the guardrails of each side of it. So I felt the way shallow. Now I'll try to find somewhere in between.
Club at half down, shallow by 2.
2.
Okay, so let's keep pushing it. So we've taken, with me out of the way, we've taken 3 swings.
Yeah, one more. I'll try kind of somewhere in the middle again.
Club at half down, shallow by 1.
Okay.
Hey.
1 or on plane is a great place to be for your club coming down, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the cool part about that is you've taken 4 or 5 swings. You got reliable, accurate feedback. You're not sweating yet. You're not angry. You're not frustrated because you can't make a change. You just did it in 4 or 5 swings. Now the rest of your 5 minutes, probably take you a couple minutes to hit 4 or 5 swings.
Yeah.
Then the rest of your practice time now is ingraining the proper feel, the proper movement, rather than continually finding something that it didn't work yesterday. Let me try to find something new. And it's a much more efficient way to practice.
I mean, when you're on the range and you have something like this, let's just say you are a steep player like that. And let's say you get it to where it says 1 shallow instead of 4 steep and you hit a terrible shot. Well, don't bail on it.
This is a great point. Everybody needs to listen to this.
Yeah, don't bail on it because, okay, you accomplished your goal. Don't bail on it and react to the ball. See if you can do multiple shallows in a row. And I think eventually what happens with golfers, and I've seen it happen over the years, is that the release pattern starts to change where your brain will say, okay, this is the new place the club's coming from. I got to put the club on the ball from there. And that'll take you a minute.
What Shaun's saying in a nutshell is good swings can hit terrible shots. You see it every week on TV. Bad swings can hit great shots. So you cannot rely on, we hear it all the time in the comments, the ball flight doesn't lie. The ball flight lies to you all the
I
time.
mean, I've seen people top it in the hole for a hole-in-one.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't mean it was a great shot.
Bladed it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So rely on something else other than the ball flight and other than your feels when you're trying to learn something, because you need to learn what it feels like. So if you want a cool tool like this to practice and you want to stop wasting time on the range, start improving how you practice, go to the pinned comment down below, click on that Swing Coach link. We're going to help you out.